Today, a Dallas city official confirmed that staff will propose some of the first regulations on bike share companies by May. The city has until now intentionally left the industry unregulated. For that reason, the industry ballooned and the streets of Dallas became littered with bicycles. Dallas now has the biggest bike share system in North America at about 20,000 bikes. Fox 4's Blake Hansen rode along with one of the bike companies in a story you will see only on Fox 4. Blake.
Yeah, Steve, if you've seen the bikes in Dallas, you know that they are not always lined up neat like this. Sometimes there are way too many in one particular spot. OFO gave us a chance to go behind the scenes and see how it keeps everything organized in the city. But at the same time, it is staying very secretive about other parts of what's become a very public operation. It's not quite a delivery job.
So it keeps you pretty busy most of the time. But you just have to have a passion for it. You have to care about what you're doing.
Nor is it exactly a technology job.
We're just tagging it.
Instead, they call it a rebalance tech, and Maurice Clark is one of OFO's earliest staffers, trying to bring a balance to a process some have at times deemed chaotic.
It's a great service, and we try to keep it out here. Keep us visible, looking good like a little car fleet, make it inviting for the customers to want to use us.
OFO, one of the largest bike share companies in Dallas, invited us along to see how its staff of around 50 tries to keep order among its bike share fleet. Staff sets up in zones. Part of the job is patrolling and looking for downed bikes.
As you can see, that's what I wanted to make sure that we get over here and address.
They reorganize and scan for damage.
This is just a screw issue.
But they also use rider information to place bikes where they might be needed ahead of time. In this case, dropping off bikes near Booker T. Washington High School in downtown Dallas around the time school is set to get off. Not everyone has been happy since the bikes started showing up over the summer last year. The city intentionally left them unregulated to let the market sort itself out. It's provided plenty of options for riders.
I like it because it's exercise and you can sightsee at the same time, and I don't know, it's fun.
But it also provided a lot of mess, and some turned to vandalism.
We've had situations where bikes have been tossed in creeks, things of that nature, set on fire.
Some of the growing pains in Dallas have been more extreme.
OFO Dallas General Manager Everett Weiler says the company has learned a lot since it launched in 2017.
When I came in, we were working a normal 9-to-5 shift. And obviously that doesn't bode well for what we were seeing in the market.
OFO says its operation is now almost 24/7. It and other bike share companies are now working with the city of Dallas on figuring out what regulations might be needed to keep everyone happy. OFO has been cautious when discussing regulations in the past.
We do welcome regulations. We support regulations that help protect the public safety, but we would caution against regulations that inhibit innovation.
And while the Chinese-based company is happy to show off its crews that keep its bikes organized, it's secretive about other parts of its operation. It did not allow Fox 4 cameras inside its warehouse, and it, unlike some other bike share companies, refuses to say how many bikes it has and whether or not it is still adding them.
So we've launched with 1,000 bikes, and we've increased the amount of bikes with the demand that we're seeing.
In fact, Weiler gave us essentially the same canned answer when we asked about bike numbers 10 times.
At OFO, we've launched with 1,000 bikes. We launched with 1,000 bikes, and we've increased that number with the amount of demand that we're seeing.
But this new style of company is still learning and growing, and in doing so, bringing local workers along for the ride.
Anything that I've ever done, I've tried to feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? What's the point of getting up going to work if you can't feel good about going to work?
So in just a matter of weeks, city staff will propose an ordinance with some bike share regulations that would include some parking rules as well as franchise fees that the companies would be charged. The plan would be to use the money generated from those fees to improve bike infrastructure in the city, and that would mean more bike lanes.